Raven ELYSE TV.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven. I'm here with a chit chat get ready with me video today. So I'm starting with a completely blank face. I got some new makeup from Sephora, so I'm mostly going to be using all of the new products that I got in this video. It's like almost a full face worth of products. I have it right here in this box. I am also posting a Sephora haul of these products so that you can more see each thing one by one and talk about it a little bit more in the haul. It's also a giveaway. It's a Sephora giveaway and haul, so I'm not sure if I'm posting that video before or after this one. Either way it goes, sometime soon around this video will be my Sephora haul slash giveaway, so definitely check that video out if you have not seen it already. But yeah, for this video I kind of just wanted to use the products so you could kind of see, you know, how they go on and how they work and stuff like that. I really want to use one of these eyeshadows out of this palette. It has like a green eyeshadow and a blue eyeshadow that I kind of want to try to use. But yeah, this is going to be a chit chat get ready with me. Also because I wanted to kind of chat with you guys and almost kind of redo my life update video that I posted, like by the time you guys are watching this, it would have been like 2 or 3 weeks ago that I posted it. Right now I'm about to moisturize my face with 100% pure argan oil. So yeah, I posted like a little rant chit chat life update video. I literally filmed it on my webcam. I'm just taking some Vaseline for my lips. Yeah, I literally filmed it on my webcam, just spur of the moment. Some of you guys may have seen it, some of you guys might not know what I'm talking about because I only left the video up for I think maybe 24 hours or less. I'd actually deleted it pretty quick because I wanted to kind of think through what I wanted to say a little bit better and touch on some more things. I don't know, I just kind of wanted to like redo it and actually do like a real chit chat video, if that makes sense. So this is it. Also, hopefully my camera is focusing in this video because I've been having some issues with my camera lately. Like every video that I posted, part of the video is out of focus and it's super annoying. I don't have a really good filming setup. I have a really good camera. I have the Canon 70D, but a lot of people think that just because you have a good camera means that your videos are going to be awesome, and that's not true. It's about how you use it and how you have your whole entire filming setup and the lighting and everything. And with this camera, I have a viewfinder, but it's small and it's kind of far away, so I can't fully see if I'm in focus or not. I kind of have to just hope and pray that I'm in focus because I'm not filming tethered, if you guys know what that means. That's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about in this chit chat. I'm gonna speak it into existence. I am going to be getting a studio space. I'm going to be renting out a whole separate space other than my apartment to use as kind of like an office, a studio, and just so I can have that whole separate space to set up my lights, my cameras, my backdrops, my stuff that I really want to be able to use that I do not even have an inch of space for in my apartment right now. Everything else about my apartment in terms of living in it is completely fine, but it's just not made for filming, and I need a separate space to really be able to have the production quality that I want. Oh yeah, my nail is broken, by the way, so that looks kind of crazy. I'm just gonna do my eyebrows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow and Soft Brown as per usual. It's not a new product. It is from Sephora, but it's not new. It's what I always use. I didn't really get a new brow product. But yeah, so I'm going to definitely be renting out a separate space to have as a studio, which is just going to, I feel like it's just going to change my life in terms of YouTube because I have so many ideas and so many like different types of videos that I want to do and different ways that I want to film it, but I literally cannot. Like there's no possible way for me to do it with what I have in my apartment. So I just kind of want to upgrade. Also, I might be moving like out of this apartment just so I can live and work in the same building, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's nothing really wrong with this apartment in terms of living, but at the same time it could be better. At the same time it could be closer to my future studio. So I'm probably gonna move again, which is like, bruh, how many times do I have to move? But it's what I gotta do. I'm not in a place in my life where I want to like buy a house and settle down. Because as you can see, I'm not settled. So imagine if I would have bought a house, I would have been screwed, because now I'm wanting to move again. So it's better for me to just have apartments. That way I have a lot more flexibility in my life, because as you can see, I really need to be flexible. So I'd rather just pay the money, pay the rent, and keep my flexibility. I'm using the same Cover FX concealer that I always use. Oh, I forgot to prime my face. I did get a new primer. I got the Benefit Professional primer. This is recommended by like everyone in the world, and I actually had never tried it. I actually did use all of this stuff the other day as like just a test run, just to make sure that I liked everything, and I did actually have to return something, so I'm glad that I did that. But so yeah, this is not really a first impression right now, but yeah, so far I do like this primer. I mean, it's not like out of this world amazing to me. Maybe it's because pores are not necessarily my biggest problem, but I mean, it's good. So yeah, anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get that studio space soon. Hopefully you guys will be able to notice an improvement and like a change in my content once that happens. Till then, I'm kind of like frustrated lately because I can't do what I want to do and I don't have the right setup for what I want to do. And some of my videos have not been coming out as good as they should, just simply because I don't have the right setup. Also, it was kind of crazy. Right after I deleted my little life update video, I noticed that like everybody posted a really similar video. I'm not saying that they copied me. That's not what I mean. I mean like everybody is kind of going through similar things right now. Everybody is kind of at like a crossroads, or kind of having issues, or dealing with a little bit of depression or anxiety, and just kind of not really feeling themselves, not really feeling 100%, just having some sort of like negativity in their life. And like everybody that I follow on YouTube was like posting a video like talking about it, and I was just like, this is crazy. Like everybody is kind of dealing with something right now, and I for one think that it has a lot to do with seasonal depression. It's winter now, so you know, being that it's December, it's getting colder, it's getting darker and gloomier outside. Seasonal depression is a real thing. Even if you might not know that you have it, that might be part of the reason why you feel blue, you feel down, because it's like the vibe around you, the vibe with the weather outside can really change your whole mood. But at the same time too, this year, like 2016 in general, has just really been a challenge for everyone. It seems like some crazy stuff has gone on. A lot of negativity has gone on. For me, it's kind of a bittersweet year because it's the year that my daughter was born. So that's amazing. But at the same time, I did have a lot of struggles too. And I see everybody else having a lot of struggles. So majority of the year, besides when Zaya was born, it just seemed like it's just been such a struggle for everybody. So now I'm going in with my new foundation. I got the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Liquid Foundation. I am in the color Y245. It's a much lighter color than I would normally even like automatically reach for, because first of all, I'm freaking pale right now, and I've been getting tons of comments on my videos lately saying like, you're looking kind of pale. Why do you look so pale lately? Like, not really saying, are you bleaching your skin? But kind of in a way, I feel like they're trying to ask me if I'm bleaching my skin. And y'all, I am not freaking bleaching my skin. If you know me, you know that I don't like being pale. I always do things to try to make myself look more tan. And oh, I'm also using a brand new beauty blender because I got a new one too because I needed one. So yeah, I always do things to try to make myself look more tan. Wow, this foundation looks so, but I mean, it technically, like, it matches my neck, especially once it like blends out and oxidizes a little bit. It actually technically matches my face, which is kind of sad because this is a really light foundation. But the real reason why I'm so pale right now, for people who keep commenting that, is not because I'm bleaching my skin or anything crazy. It's because I don't go outside. Like, I've gotten so little sun in the past, probably like the past 2 or 3 years. I've gotten such little amounts of sun, where when I was younger and before, I would actually, you know, go outside. I would actually leave my house. I would actually go out and enjoy the summer day. I would actually, you know what I mean? So I was getting a lot more sun exposure, but I think I probably could have gone a shade or two darker. I mean, she was matching. I got color matched in Sephora. Shout out to Zoe, by the way. She helped me in Sephora. She, the person who worked there. So she color matched me, and she was matching it to my neck, because I mean, you want your face to match your neck, which is understandable. And it does match my neck, but I don't know. I just don't like being this pale. So I feel like maybe I might still go back and return this for a darker color. I feel so annoying when I return stuff though. Like, I hate returning stuff because I used to work in retail, and I know that it's kind of like annoying when people return stuff. Okay, so I actually just had to stop filming, and I just realized that I had my facial autofocus thing turned off. So that might be part of the reason why my camera has not been wanting to focus on my face, because I had the face focus thing turned off, which I'm just a freaking idiot, but whatever. So I turned it back on, so hopefully the rest of this video will be in focus. So let me get back to the point. Oh yeah, so yeah, everybody has been posting videos like saying that they're kind of going through something, or they're in a negative time, or this year has just been a hard year, or this season is just a hard season. So when everybody is posting videos like this, it can just kind of seem like, oh, you're just hopping on the bandwagon. Oh, these YouTubers are such, you know, so dramatic. They're all just complaining. They're all just hopping on this bandwagon of posting these videos complaining about how hard their life is. And I even see comments, you know, on the other YouTubers videos that I've watched. I've seen comments like, you know, these YouTubers, they complain too much. You guys have amazing lives. You guys do YouTube for a living, for gosh sakes. Like, what do you really have to complain about? And people leave like really rude comments like that. And, you know, it's not fair, because just because we're on YouTube does not mean we don't have feelings, does not mean we don't have issues, does not mean we aren't allowed to talk about our issues. Like, that's really, it's just so unfair the way that people on social media are treated just because they're kind of in the limelight. They're not treated human, and we're human just like y'all, just like people who are not YouTubers, people who are just viewers. You guys probably have moments where you just break down, where you're just, I'm using the Urban Decay concealer on some other problem areas. But yeah, just like you have problems, just like you go through struggles, and you just have moments where you just feel down and you don't even know why you feel down. We go through the same stuff. Just because we get on a camera and actually are brave enough to share it doesn't give you the right to like totally discredit our feelings. And just because you feel like we have such glamorous lives, like, oh my gosh, you're a YouTuber, you make so much money and your job is so easy and all you ever have to do is just take selfies and you make thousands of dollars for taking. First of all, that's not what being a YouTuber is. People are so ignorant and uneducated when it comes to having a social media related job. It's a job. It takes talent, it takes work. I mean, everyone is different. Maybe some people really don't have a smidge of talent. Maybe some people really just do have a super easy life because all they have to do is post selfies. But for me, and for a lot of my friends that I know who are YouTubers, that's not all we do. Like, that's not what our life consists of. That's not an accurate description whatsoever. I've tried to explain the real, you know, the real deal several times, and people just kind of tend to ignore what I'm saying, and they just still keep this idea of what being a YouTuber even is in the first place. And I guess it's just one of those things where you don't know unless you're actually doing it. I look so freaking white right now. But don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna bronze up my face. I'm going to set my face with my Laura Mercier powder. This is not a new purchase, but it is available at Sephora. So this is still kind of like an all Sephora look. And honestly, I don't want to like speak for other people, but I feel like in terms of, like I said, other YouTubers I've seen who are also going through stuff right now, who are also just kind of in a negative place in our life. When we come and we make a video and we say, you know, we're not feeling 100%, we're not just always completely blaming it on YouTube. We might mention that YouTube is part of the reason why we don't feel so, you know, confident or whatever. But it's usually not just YouTube that is like making our life so hard, because it's really everything. Like, we still have real lives too. Like, we still are regular people when the camera turns off. We still have relationship drama. We still have friendship drama. We still have issues in our family. We may have lost a loved one. We may have gone through a breakup. We may have been diagnosed with something. We may have anything that you could be going through, we could be going through it too. And then on top of that, we have to get on camera and try to project this perfect image and try to be happy on camera and try to you know, produce all this content and we're worried about, you know, do people like our content, and then we check the comments and people leave really shitty, really rude comments. And I mean, if you're going through a real personal issue in real life and you already feel like shit because of something that happened in real life, and then you come and you have to check your stuff on YouTube and people are just ripping you to shreds over like dumb stuff like your hair or your makeup, or they might be even ripping you to shreds about serious stuff, about the way that you're raising your kids or your relationship, or I don't know. That really sucks to have that added layer of negativity in your life. And then the first thing that people always want to say is, well, if it's so bad, if it's so negative, then why don't you just quit YouTube? Nobody is making you do it. So there's this thing called being a full-time YouTuber. That means that YouTube pays your bills. That means that all you do is YouTube pretty much. You do it full-time. It is your job. That is how you make your money. That is how you buy your groceries. That is how you pay your rent. So if we just wake up one morning and say, I quit, would that be very smart? Would that be very smart for those of us who have kids, families to take care of? Would that be very smart for those of us who have bills? I'm not saying that YouTube is all about money, because pretty much most, if not all of us, started YouTube. Well, I'm just going to speak for myself. I'm going to stop saying us. But I started YouTube as a 100% hobby. I did not make a single penny, not a single dime off of YouTube. For the first 4 years or something that I was on YouTube, I did not make a single penny. I was doing it for fun, and I still do it for fun, but it has also become my job at the same time. So it's not saying that it's just all about money and the only reason why I do it is to get paid, but it is what I do to get paid. So if I take your hateful advice and just quit, that's not smart. You know, we've worked really hard to get up to this point. Why would we just quit? We want to figure out how to make things better. We want to figure out how to grow, how to change, how to help the community, how to get a better community online. We don't want to just quit. Like, that doesn't really make any sense. But yeah, so we come to you guys and we make these videos because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to like share with y'all. We're trying to figure out solutions. We're trying to make the world a better place, and you guys just want to tell us to just quit and get off YouTube. Basically, in my video, like I said, the video that I deleted, I wasn't even really talking about that I had like depression or anxiety, although if you know me, if you watch me, you know that I do sometimes struggle with depression and anxiety, and I had it was more so in the past. These days I've been doing a lot better with it. I went through some intensive I guess therapy, basically, to really fully work on it. It actually did work. And so first of all, let me just say, if you are dealing with anxiety and depression, do not let anybody make you feel dumb about it. Do not let anybody make you feel like it's not valid. Do not let anybody, even if you're a YouTuber and you make a video about it and you get hateful comments, or you get people saying the stuff that I was saying, like, you're a YouTuber, what do you really have to complain about? Do not let people make you feel invalid. You are valid. Your feelings are valid. I don't care who you are or what you do, or if you're a YouTuber, if you're not a YouTuber, if you work in fast food, if you are a millionaire, whoever you are, if you are struggling with depression, anxiety, anything, if you're just struggling, period, with any type of emotional issues, it's valid, because we're all human and it happens to all of us. As you can see, all of these YouTubers, like I'm saying, who have recently been posting videos like this, it happens to all of us. It doesn't matter if you have millions of subscribers or millions of dollars or what. It happens to all of us, and it's very, very valid. And it could be, like I said, something as simple as the season changing. It has effects on our brains that we sometimes can't control. So I just really hate seeing when people try to discredit other people's feelings. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know the full story. Just because you sat there and watched a 30-minute video does not mean that you know them. They probably didn't tell you the whole story of what really happened, of what's really going on in their life. So just be mindful. And usually these days, my subscribers, my comments are actually very understanding, and you guys know what's up. I feel like we've built a connection, and you know, you guys don't so much do that, but it's more so when I go to other people's videos, I just see really like hateful stuff, and it makes me really sad, because it's like, why are we not past this? Like, it's about to be 2017 and people still don't believe in depression. It's about to be 2017. It's about time that people kind of get in the know. Okay, so one of the other new things that, you like how I'm just like bouncing back and forth between like this intense conversation and then going back to my makeup. One of the other new things that I got is the Kat Von D Shade and Light, the contour palette. this is what I'm going to contour with today. I'm actually going to contour with like this smaller brush, and I'm going to take the medium brown shade first. These are actually pretty pigmented, kind of a lot of fallout, but anyways. So yeah, if any of my YouTube girlies who have recently, I don't want to like specifically call anybody out because that's kind of like embarrassing, I guess, but any of y'all know who y'all are. If y'all are watching this video right now and you got mean comments on your videos or people make you feel like your feelings are not valid, I just want you to know that A, you're not alone, B, your feelings are valid, and C, just keep pushing through, because we've all worked way too hard to get to the point where we're at right now to let anything, you know, completely bring us down and make us quit. It's okay and very necessary sometimes to take breaks. Take it from me, I've had to take breaks before, but to just 100% give up is never the answer. So I hope you guys can start feeling encouraged and just, you know, take a small break, and if anything, that'll probably help you get some clarity, and then just come back and just be ready to boss up when you come back. But we never give up, because that's just not what we do. I'm actually going to take a tiny dab of the darkest contour shade and just put it like in the very hollows of my cheeks. That looks so, oh my god, what am I doing? It looks better once everything is all blended out, trust me. Also, I'm not a makeup artist and I really don't ever know what I'm doing. That's why I don't really make too many makeup videos, because makeup is not my specialty. I like makeup, I wear makeup, I try to do my own makeup, but when it comes to being like a makeup artist and like really doing bomb looks, I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Like, can y'all not tell? All right, so to go over that and just try to like bring it together, I'm going to use another new product that I got, which is the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and just bring it more towards the center of my face and just use circular motions to try to blend this out. But yeah, the other thing that I was kind of talking about in my other video that I deleted, that I kind of wanted to like retouch on, I guess just kind of talking about my current struggles. I've been having like this weird balance between feeling good and not feeling good at the same time. Like, overall I feel pretty good. Overall I feel proud of myself. I feel blessed. I feel thankful. I feel like things could be so much worse. So I'm very thankful for what I have and what I do have going on. And you know, I always say, you know, my mom is my #1 supporter. If it weren't for my mom, I would probably be in a totally different situation right now. And due to my mom's help and my mom's support recently, especially with, you know, my daughter Zaya, it has really helped me like stay afloat, and it has really helped me still be able to do a lot of things that I want to do. And I've still been able to reach a lot of really you know, commendable goals, and still be able to, you know, I launched my blog. I've been working with a lot of big brands lately. I've still been putting out consistent content. I've still been, you know, working my way up in terms of like my work life, in terms of YouTube and stuff like that. I've had a few setbacks, like I said, with my whole filming setup, and I need to get this studio and stuff, but I'm working on that. And it is definitely a lot more difficult to produce content now that I have a child, obviously. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. I don't just have all day to myself. That's kind of what I was talking about in the video that I deleted, that obviously I'm adjusting to motherhood, and I'm realizing now that, first of all, just being an adult is hard, it's time consuming, it's hard to balance your time sometimes. And plus, if you have a child, it's extremely hard to balance your time when you want to be a full-time mom, but you want to be a full-time YouTuber at the same time. And there's only 24 hours of the day. So you have to make some choices on what you are going to do with your time. And so that has been a little bit of a struggle for me to just get used to it, because I don't want to sacrifice either one. I want to put my all into everything. I want to produce amazing content. I want to produce consistent content, but I also want to spend a lot of time with Zaya, and I want to be the best mom that I can be. So I kind of push myself to just push it to the limit and like use up every minute of my day, to where sometimes it has a reverse reaction, because I end up getting burnt out and I try to do too much and I burn myself out, and I send myself into like, it's kind of like when you have a sugar high and then you just like crash. Sometimes I cause myself to crash and then I'm not being as productive. So it's just finding that balance between, you know, understanding that I'm a new mom and just chilling out a little bit and giving myself a little bit of some slack, I guess, but also not too much slack, because I still have high expectations for myself. And I was saying in my other video that I'm a Virgo, so that probably has something to do with my like perfectionist, you know, when it comes to my creative stuff. I have a certain way that I want it to be, you know. I'm kind of like a true Virgo when it comes to that stuff. I'm going to go back into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and with this smaller brush I'm going to take the lightest contour shade and contour my nose. But yeah, so really this year, ever since Zaya has been born, I knew it was just going to be a time of like a learning experience for me, of adjusting to motherhood and figuring out how I'm going to balance everything. Because I do still have a lot of ideas and stuff that I want to do when it comes to, you know, like my career and my work and my business. I still have stuff that I want to do, like, and I don't think that having a child should ever stop you from reaching your goals. Anything is possible if you work for it. I feel like anything should be possible if you plan and you prioritize and you put in your all. Like, you just have to believe that it's possible, and it is. This is what I've just been going by my whole life. So I just try to stick to that and just, you know, do my best. At the same time, I'm trying not to just beat myself up all the time, because sometimes I fail. Sometimes I don't get stuff done on time. This month has been hectic because I took on probably too much than I could really handle this month, and I've been kind of messing up my deadlines, and I haven't really been completely on schedule, and I feel like I've spent so much time like working that I haven't spent as much time with Zaya. And, you know, so that can kind of get stressful, but I just have to find that balance, and I just have to find ways that work for me to work efficiently, which is why getting this studio is probably going to help so much. And, you know, people always ask me like, well, why don't I just put Zaya in daycare for a few days out of the week just to give myself a little bit more work time? But I don't know, I'm not really, the daycare thing scares me. I don't know, I feel like she's still too little for daycare. I kind of want to wait until she's able to like talk before I put her in daycare. My mom, in case you don't know, my mom is like my business manager. She's my virtual assistant in terms of like, you know, any type of stuff that goes along with my business that I need like help with. You know, she's also Zaya's grandma. She's also my mom. She's also the main person who helps me with Zaya and who watches Zaya when I need to film and stuff like that. Like, she has Zaya right now while I'm filming this. And so, you know, I'm very thankful for my mom, but at the same time, I'm going in with NARS Orgasm blush. This is not new, but it's still Sephora, so I'm just going along with the theme. So yeah, I'm extremely thankful for her help, and it has really, like I said, it's just been a lifesaver. But at the same time, lately I've been feeling kind of like, I really don't even know what the emotion is, just some sort of like, kind of like feeling down about it, because I got really used to having my own independence and feeling like I was really independent, and I was really, you know, growing up and really handling my own stuff. And, you know, I'm moved out of my, you know, I went to college, so I moved out of my parents' house, went to university, did my 4 years at university, graduated, moved to Dallas, got my own place. I was really kind of making those, you know, all the right steps to really be an independent adult, and, you know, not have to ever ask my parents for money, not have to really ever ask my parents for much when it came to like growing into being an adult. And then now that I have Zaya, I need my mom so much. I need my family more than I ever have. I require that close contact. I require for my family to know where I'm at, what I'm doing, to know what my plan is for the week, to help me, you know what I mean? Like, there's such a tight knit now between my family and I, because I require their support. I think anybody who has a child really needs the support of their family. Some people, unfortunately, are not able to get it as much for whatever, you know, there's multiple reasons why. But I think in a perfect world, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. But at the same time, it takes away that independence. It takes away that privacy. It takes away that feeling of being out on my own in the world, doing my own thing. Obviously, I'm not just gonna be like, bye family, I don't want your help anymore. I want to be independent and just go off and try to do it by myself. That would not be smart. So I'm gonna use all the help that I can get. But at the same time, it just kind of like makes me feel frustrated sometimes because I'm like, bro, in a way it kind of feels like I'm going backwards when it comes to my independence. And I feel like technically I should be kind of starting my own family and doing my own thing, and I'm an adult now. I don't know if this makes sense, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Lately that has been kind of getting to me a little bit because I just kind of beat myself up about it. I should just be thankful for the help that I do have, but at the same time it's like I kind of wish I had that situation where I could just kind of separate and have my own family. Okay, so I just went in and laid down a couple of crease colors out of my Morphe palette. I used this shade as a transition shade, and then I used this orange shade and this brown shade over here to kind of like warm it up a little bit. I don't really know what I'm doing. This is not really a tutorial. It's a chit chat here with me. So yeah, hopefully y'all can kind of just see what I kind of did there. Now, I don't have any MAC paint pots or things that most beauty gurus would use for this step. So I'm just going to use a little bit of my NARS concealer. And I'm just going to apply it to my lid to give this green shadow something more to stick to. So I got this palette. It's called the Gritty Eye palette, and it's by the Estee Edit, which is Estee Lauder's new brand with Kendall Jenner on it. This is one for the eyes and one for the face. So this green shadow, it's completely different than anything I would normally use, but it just is really pretty. So I'm gonna try and use it on my lid right now. You can see it's like real metallic. It has like blue shimmers in it, and it's like a deep forest green. So let's see. Ooh. So this is the other palette that came as a set, and this one is more of like the face glow palette, and it has like these pretty like highlighter shades in it. So I'm gonna use this shade right here for my inner corner and my brow bone and everything. But to get back to what I'm saying, I kind of have been, yeah, just basically feeling like I'm not as independent as I want to be at this point in my life, which I mean, I know it's all like still adjusting to being a new mom, and everything takes time and adjustment and stuff like that. So I know I'm not really being rational when I say that, but that's kind of how I've been feeling. But at the same time, I've also been feeling like it's weird because like I want independence, but at the same time I feel lonely because I mean, it's pretty obvious that I live kind of a lonely lifestyle. It's just Zaya and I and my mom. I mean, I have my family and stuff too, but like on a day-to-day basis, it's just Zaya and I and my mom. And I mean, I do have friends, and I do have, you know, most of my main friends live out of town though, so that kind of sucks. And I mean, they have actually been making an effort to come and visit me, so that's awesome. But obviously, I mean, they have other lives, they have relationships, they have stuff to deal with too, so they can't just be making trips to come see me all the time, which is totally understandable. But yeah, so for the most part, I mean, I do spend a lot of time with just myself, just Zaya, just my mom and Zaya, and that's not really ever good for anybody to just be so isolated like that and not have any variety in terms of friendships and relationships and stuff. To be totally honest, yeah, I do get lonely. I mean, it's not anything that I'm like making a priority because I mean, I have other priorities, I have other things to worry about. So I can't just sit here and, you know, worry about, oh, I wish I had more friends or whatever all the time, because I mean, I have other things to worry about, and I'm focusing on Zaya and stuff right now, which brings me to the topic of dating. First of all, like I said, I have other priorities. I have other things I need to worry about. I'm trying to do so much with my freaking YouTube channel and my blog and other things that I'm trying to launch that you guys don't even know about yet. I mean, that just YouTube and Zaya by itself is already enough to take up my whole life. But when it comes to like dating and stuff like that, it's like, bruh, who has the time? But at the same time, I can't lie. I mean, obviously at some point that is going to be something that I want. And lately, since I do feel lonely and I don't even really have a lot of like friendship type things going on, I do think about it. Like, of course I think about it. I'm human. I am a regular girl just like y'all watching this. So of course I think about it. And of course it's something that I'm gonna want, and of course it's something that I worry about sometimes because I'm in a very unique situation now. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it very unique, but I'm in a different situation now, so things are different when it comes to that stuff. And you know, sometimes I do kind of get a little bit down about it because I'm like, you know, I see other people. Yeah, I see other people who are all booed up, and I see them with their boyfriends, and I see them getting married, and I see them, just, you know, and I have friends who are doing those things, and it kind of does suck sometimes because I'm just like, okay, I'm just here. It's cool. Don't worry about me. I just can't really make it a priority. I have other things to worry about. And so that's just where I stand with that. I don't know any other way to deal with it or approach it. It would just have to be the right person. It would have to be the right time. It would depend on so many freaking things for me to actually get in another relationship. It would depend. There's so many levels and so many stipulations and so many things that would have to come into play for me to get into another relationship that it almost just makes me not want to do it, because it's like, bro, that's stressful. That's too much. That's too much. Like, it's just, it can't just be all willy-nilly like it was before. Like, I have Zaya to think about. I have other things to think about. And so it makes me almost just not want to do it. But at the same time, I do, because I'm like, wouldn't it be nice to actually have another person in my life to just turn to and talk to? I mean, when I'm here like throughout the day, I have Zaya. She doesn't talk yet. She doesn't really understand what I'm saying for the most part. So I'm just here by myself with my own thoughts. If I have a question or I just want to, hey, what do you think about this? I turn to the side and there's nobody there. So, I mean, it's just for that simple fact. And this is kind of what I wanted to better explain from my last video. Just for that, just to have somebody else to bounce off of, somebody else to ask their opinion, somebody else to, you know, I don't know, like it gets to be so, not even just lonely, but like boring when it's just you by yourself all the time. It's not even, when I think about a relationship, I don't think about it from the, oh, let's be cute and go on dates, or oh, let's be bae goals on Instagram, or let's, you know, I just want somebody to make me feel pretty. Like, I don't even think about it from that way anymore. I think about it from a different, I guess, more mature way, where I'm just like, I literally, like, I would like a companion. I would like another adult to have in my life, so that my life is just not all about me. And right now my life's not all about me because it's about me and Zaya, but it would be, I mean, eventually it would be nice if it was about me, Zaya, and that third person. And I don't know what's gonna happen with that. And you guys ask me questions all the time about my ex and stuff like that, and y'all, first of all, it's too much to ever explain. Y'all think, if you think you know, if you think you know, you don't know. And if you want to know, you're not gonna know. But yeah, a lot of people want to know about my past, and my past is my past, and it's my past for a reason. That ship has completely sailed. I am single for a reason. I'm single for a good reason, and that's just that. That's done. That's over with. So it's all about moving on and readjusting and, you know, having new people and new experiences in my life, and I'm just still adjusting to that, and I'm just still going through the motions and just still riding this wave. I mean, Zaya is only 8 months old, so it really hasn't been that long. I mean, she's not even a year old yet, so I definitely still have a ways to go in terms of this whole new life that I have. So yeah, that ship has sailed, and it is kind of a little bit weird going through this whole major life change, and basically I'm growing up in front of y'all's eyes. Basically my life is changing in front of y'all's eyes, and I have, you know, you guys are witnessing it. You guys have questions and you guys have opinions on it, and that's all fine and expected. But it's just kind of like, bruh, I don't know what's going on either. I don't have the answers either, and I'm just kind of going through things, and sometimes I have low moments, sometimes I have really high moments, and you guys pretty much, I mean, you guys just see as much as I want you guys to see, which is pretty much a lot of it. I don't really hide very many things. I have started to be a little bit more private since Zaya has been born, for obvious reasons, but you guys see a lot of it. And that just kind of takes me back to the original thing I was saying, is like, we all go through stuff. Like, we're all human. Think of all the things that you've ever gone through in your life. Like, we all go through the same stuff, so you can't put anybody down and make anybody feel invalid and judge anybody. You can't judge anybody, like, period. Okay, but I got these Cover FX enhancer drops, these little luster drops, and I got it in the color Sunlight, and these have been, like, people have been going crazy over them because they swatch so freaking pretty. Like, it's just, it's like gold, liquid gold in a bottle, like literally liquid highlight in a bottle, and it's so intensely metallic and pigmented, and I just had to have it. And they just look, they just swatch so freaking, look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Like, oh, I just wasted a lot of product. But look at that. Look. So it's like awesome, right? But I don't know how you use it. Technically, you're supposed to like mix it into your foundation, I think. But my thing is, I put on so many powders and stuff after my foundation that like, what is that gonna do? It's gonna be underneath all my powders and stuff, so I don't really see how that would work for me. So basically I don't know how you're really supposed to use this or how I can best use this for my makeup. It doesn't really, like, it's not really meant to like go on as a highlight after everything. Like, I'm gonna dip my fan brush in it just to try and see. Hopefully I don't ruin my whole freaking face with it, but let's just see. I mean, it does kind of go on with a brush on top of everything, but it's a little bit patchy and splotchy because it's like more like a liquid, and it's not, I don't know, I feel like this is not really how you're supposed to use it, and it doesn't really go on smooth when you try to use it like this. But I'm gonna go over it with the highlighter out of this Estee Edit palette, the same one that I used on my inner corner of my eye. Yeah, now that's blinging. That's blinging. But yeah, what was I even saying? This is like the worst chit chat get ready with me of all time, because I'm getting so extremely excited. I cannot talk and do my makeup at the same time. Oh, I forgot to use my new highlight brush. I bought a new Anastasia Beverly Hills. I bought the highlight brush. I totally forgot that I had it. I just used my little old fan brush, but you know, this is like, everyone uses it for their highlight, and it actually does work pretty good. I used it the other day, so you know, let's just pretend I used it. For lips, I bought a new lip color. I got the Kat Von D, the liquid lip in Bow and Arrow. Everyone goes crazy over Kat Von D Lolita, which I've had for a while, but this is so, I don't know. Okay, this is Lolita 2. Wait, Lolita 2? Maybe that's why. This is Lolita 2, and it's like so red. Like, it's so much more red than how I'm used to seeing it like on social media. So maybe it's because it's Lolita 2. I never even noticed that. But this is Bow and Arrow, the one I just got, and it's actually is more of how I thought Lolita should be, like more of just like a neutral brown color. So you can see like there's a huge difference. Like this one is like super red, and this one is more of the color I was going for. So this is Bow and Arrow. I just got this and I used it the other day and I really like it. So this is gonna be like my new favorite lip color, and of course I'm using my only lip liner I ever use, MAC lip liner in Spice. Basically, if you made it this far through this video, I mean, just to summarize, I mean, I've just been seeing everybody post videos like this, and I just wanted to, you know, send out some positive vibes, send out some encouragement, let everyone know, you know, you're not alone. I hope that you find peace and you find solutions. If you need help, don't be afraid to ask for help. If you need to talk to somebody, you know, don't be afraid. Like I said, don't let anybody make you feel like your feelings are not valid. In terms of me, I have had a few struggles and a few setbacks, but overall I'm doing pretty good, and I'm very thankful for where I'm at and what I have and what I've got going on. Overall, I am just really thankful for it, and I know that things could be 10 million times worse, so I'm never gonna try and just complain. But at the same time, of course, there are things that I would like to work on and improve, and I am doing it, and I am taking those steps. I mean, that's just me right now. I'm focusing on YouTube. I'm focusing on growing my business. I'm focusing on, you know, being as successful as I can right now, and I'm focusing on learning how to be a great mom, and I'm focusing on family, and I'm focusing on real life things that really matter. And I'm just trying to like keep my cool and keep my balance. I mean, that's all I can do. All I can do is be my best. I can't be perfect. I'm not gonna be, you know, I can't compare myself to others. I can't say, oh, I wish I had what they had. I wish my life was more like this, or da, 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 da. Like, if I do that, then I'm losing sight of what's in front of me. I'm losing sight of what I need to be doing in front of me. And that's a word of advice to you guys too. Like, I mean, I'm not really one to be giving advice. I try to give advice, but at the same time, like, I'm just like y'all. Like, I'm going through it just like y'all, and I'm not an expert on anything. But I mean, I just try to give a little bit of advice of just from my own experience. But you can't compare yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. That's like my favorite quote. Comparison is definitely the thief of joy. You are living your own life. You have to trust your own journey, trust your own process. Know that nobody else out there is like you. Nobody else has had the same exact struggles, the same exact obstacles. So it's not fair to compare yourself to them and say, well, why don't I have this, or why don't I, you know what I mean? Like, it's not equal playing field. It's not. So you have to just go through your own journey, make your own priorities. Ask yourself, are you doing your best? Like, just your own personal best. That's all you really have to worry about, and stay focused and just never give up. I know it's super, super cliche, but if you give up, you automatically fail. There's that. If you don't want to fail, don't give up. Keep trying. Like, a failure may happen here and there, but you just have to keep trying with whatever it is. If it's a YouTube channel, if it's a personal issue, like, you just keep pushing through it. You get help if you need help, and that's that. And I just feel like we're all kind of going through that in one way or another right now. So I just wanted to say that, and maybe hopefully it helps someone. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and add lashes. I'm going to use Ardell Wispies because I have trust issues and I don't trust any other lash. I don't know. I think this year was just kind of a little bit of a struggle year, a little bit of like a learning experience year. Just a year to just, you know, just get through it, just do your best, and just maybe learn something about yourself, maybe just grow as a person. And I feel like next year is going to be a good year. I just have a good feeling that next year is going to be a good year. I know for me personally, I still have a lot of changes and a lot of, you know, I still have so much more life to live. I mean, I'm only 23, first of all, and then I just know that there's bigger and better things out there for me. I know that there's more major changes out there for me, and I mean, you guys are gonna see it, I guess. I mean, if I'm still on YouTube, if YouTube is still a thing, you guys are probably gonna see even more major changes. You guys have seen me go through high school, go through college, graduate college, go through my whole pregnancy, have my child, go through my breakup, go through everything. You guys have pretty much seen everything so far, but this ain't even it. This ain't even all of it. And it is nerve-wracking because for once in my life I can truly say that I have no idea what is, I mean, not no idea, because I mean, I do have certain plans when it comes to like business and stuff like that, but for the most part, for the majority of things in my life, I don't fully have full control over, and I don't fully have like, you know, I don't know, I don't want to say I don't have a plan, because I do have plans, but it's not like back when I was like still in school and stuff. When you're in high school and you know you're going to college, it's like, okay, that's my next big thing. I'm going to college. And then when you're in college, it's like, well, you're just trying to graduate. And then when you graduate, it's like, well, I'm going to get blank job and live in blank city when I graduate. So you kind of always know like what your next big thing is going to be like the following year. But once you're out of college, wait, I need to let this dry. Once you're out of college and you're kind of just in your adult life, and you're kind of just going through the motions, it gets to be a little bit more unexpected. Like each year you don't necessarily know exactly what the next year is going to bring you. So that is a little bit scary for me, because this is kind of technically my first year that I don't know, because this past year I knew, you know, I was pregnant. So my next big thing was, I know I'm going to have Zaya in 2016, and I know I'm going to, you know, be a mom. So that was like the next thing. But going into 2017, it's like, okay, well, what's the big thing for 2017? I don't necessarily have like a huge milestone thing that's happening for sure in 2017. So it's kind of a little bit like, what's it gonna be? Because I just have something, I know it's gonna be something. I feel it in my soul that it's gonna be something, but I have no idea what it is. So yeah, I think I'm done with my makeup for now. I think I'm done rambling for now. This was even worse than the webcam video that I deleted, and I made this video with the intentions of this video being more organized and being more easy to understand, but I think it was even less easy to understand. So sorry, but hopefully you guys at least got something out of it. And I think my makeup came out okay. It's not as fleeky as it could be, but I think it's okay. Definitely make sure you guys check out my actual Sephora haul video. I'm actually about to film it right now. But yeah, my actual Sephora haul video will give you more of a look at each product, and it's also a giveaway, like I said, so you don't want to miss out on that. But yeah, I'm about to do my hair and film that, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this chit chat, get ready with me. Sorry if it was just like completely just all over the place, but I don't know. That's everything. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.